What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiance video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Karine and Paul. Now, for the people who don't know, Paul is an American man who flew all the way to Brazil to meet his now ex-wife Karine. And Karine is a woman that he obviously fell in love with, but as time went by, they always had a very interesting relationship. When it came to them being so on and off, it became toxic. It became so toxic, well, let's give a shout out to every single person who's a member of the channel before we proceed. Now, it got so toxic, it got to the stage where Karine ended up putting her hands on Paul, which therefore allowed Paul to file domestic violence against her to the authorities. Now, because of that, Karine has now not seen her children in a long time. But according to Paul, Karine was also actually drinking alcohol while she was pregnant with her children. Whether that is true or not, I cannot confirm, but that is what I hear that Paul was trying to say about her behavior throughout her pregnancy. And also on top of that, it was also been reported that when Karine was being physical with Paul, apparently she was being physical with Paul in front of her children. Now, again, I cannot confirm these things 100% sure, but my sources obviously tell me that that Karine had put her hands in front of on Paul in front of the children, or at least in front of her eldest child, which, no child should ever have to be in that position. It's not the best position to ever be in as a child in any kind of way. It doesn't matter how old that child is. If a child has been exposed to physical or mental abuse, at the end of the day, a child will be affected some point in their life due to trauma. And that's why nowadays we're seeing so many crimes from so many young people, and we sit there and we're like, but why do they do it? Actually, no, not even that. We don't even sit there and think why. We just sit there and say, shame on you. Why you do that? Why you do this? When in the grand scheme of things is nowadays, when you look at a lot of young people who are misbehaving, understand it's because they're coming from a family where there's a lot of toxic vibes happening, which are therefore becoming traumatic and influencing those children to go off and basically replicate what they're seeing. Because at the end of the day, when you're a child, your parents are your role model. What they show you is what you learn, and then what you learn is therefore what you then go and display. So at the end of the day, I think it's brilliant that she hasn't seen her children in a couple of months. Now, obviously, some people may not agree with that per se, because there are speculations that people do believe that Paul did provoke Karine throughout her domestic violence towards him. Now, whether that is true or not, again, I cannot confirm per se. But at the end of the day, there's always two sides to the story. But despite there being two sides to the story, it doesn't change the fact that Karine is the one that is obviously got a court date, and that court date is one that was reported yesterday, as you can see posted here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I was able to find this information on John Yates' Instagram page. John Yates is the man that everybody goes to for that 90-day fiance information. And obviously I'm here, and as you can see, yesterday, as you can see on the, well, not on the 3rd, sorry, but I'm in the UK. Usually we put the date first and then the month second, but anyway, Americans do it opposite. But as you can see, on the 9th of the 3rd, 2022, which was yesterday, Karine was obviously due in court. And obviously, as you can see, because it's highlighted here in green, active cases, so therefore it is an active case. And as you can see, Karine was there, and it was obviously her versus Commonwealth. Now, at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot confirm 100% why she was in court per se and what charges that she may be facing. But at this moment in time, with the pattern that we have at hand, it seems quite clear that she's more or less, or more likely to be facing charges against her in terms of her, her physical abuse towards Paul back in 2021, I believe, or was it 2020? I'm not too sure, but I know it was reported in 2021, January, yes. Yeah, nonetheless though, I hope I got that correct, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to get that information botched, if you do get what I'm saying. But if I am incorrect, please do let me know in the comment section. But the grand scheme of things is that right now there is a court case going on, and I will do my best to keep you guys updated with obviously I'll do my best to keep you guys updated with obviously how things conspire as things go by. But at the end of the day, for me personally, the only person that I care about in this situation are the children. I couldn't really give a flying monkeys what happens to Paul, what happens to flipping Karine, because at the end of the day, they've bought this behavior in front of their children, and that is just completely unacceptable. And that is the bottom line for me. But hey, hopefully justice will be served. But thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe, and peace.